Oh, so how does that work? There's no wind-ups, there's no batteries, and it seems to be walking on its own. Extraordinary. What's happening? Something very strange here. If I put it right the way back, you'll see something pops over the edge, which is a piece of that. That's a weight. It's been pulled down by gravity. There's a very fine bit of nylon, which is almost invisible, and these little things which just will sit there and rock back and forward, but when I give it a little bit of pull, they'll start walking towards it. What a lovely idea. When you reach the edge of the table, then it stops pulling forward and it's vertically down and the thing comes to a halt automatically. It's a lovely little clever toy, a gravity toy, which perhaps ought to have more versions of it because it's such a very simple idea. And the idea that it doesn't fall over because as it reaches the end, the pull is downwards, so it comes naturally to a halt. An automata which I picked up in Germany at the Nuremberg Toy Fair 20, 30 years ago or something, and I always had a little soft spot for it. So I thought I'd look at a few of my other novelty toys, which are automatons, simply made folk art, especially these ones, which as you see are Russian ones, very well known, but a few other odd ones. This is a German one again, which I've only seen the once at Nuremberg, but I've never seen since. It's just a bit of animation, if you like. These yachts, for instance, rock back and forward and stay upright, so the waves are very high, and yet the yachts are keeping nice and upright due to the keels having some weight to them and so on. That's a very nice idea. I only saw them for about 3 or 4 years, and then they seemed to disappear. So perhaps the rest of the public didn't want to buy them, but I was very pleased to because I've never seen anything quite like it before, and I do like things which are original. That's a nice one. They call themselves a nice name too. Decor Spielzeug Toy Fair. Wonderful. So that was a nice find. Now here's a bunch of these lovely Russian toys. The best known by a long way is the pecking hens, I think. Just a weight like that, strings going from the neck down to these strings here. A little wiggle like this, and look, there they are. And the sound is peck, 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 peck. Isn't that beautiful? Very simple. No ornations, no decorations, just wood and a few little nails holding them together, or pins holding the necks, and this little thing here performing like that, or it goes the other way around. And then I suppose you could put a little few seeds there to make it look realistic and so on. And then this is an old Russian folk tale that I've lost in my memory, but something to do with a wolf, and perhaps it's having its teeth cleaned by this sort of heron thing. I don't know what the bird is, but that's what. Or perhaps they're fighting over a fish, and the wolves come to pick up something, and the bird wants it as well. So he's trying to reach into the wolf's mouth to grab the bit of. It's all tooth and claw, isn't it, in nature? But that's a very simple little wooden toy, very crudely made, just pins, nails, and wood. This is another one which has got a little weight underneath it, which is a little strange. I've never seen this before. Nothing like the pecking hens. This little character here is playing the drums for rhythm. The other one's got one leg, which is also moving up and down. He's got no arms this time, but they don't bother with the arms. But if it goes round and round and round, he's playing the music, or just drumming in time, and his friend here is dancing with one leg. To the rhythm that's been beaten out by the drums. Very simple bit of music at work. And the last one is another pecking one, just a simple little rod which you pull, and it makes a nice click, click, clack, clack noise as you do it as well. Therefore, they're all Russian folk toys. There's a charming one which I think is made in Britain. I don't think I'd ever see other culture doing it. It's got legs here, move around. But the trouble is this table is too smooth. As you see, it just slides across the table. So just to make it work, which will be a bit of fun, I'll put a cushion underneath, and there's enough friction now to behave. So this is coming towards you. Click, 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 until it's going to one side. Click, 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 click. No sound really. But you can have a tablecloth and have a little bit of a noise if you wanted to set it up. But it's a nice one. He's got funny things in his pockets. He's got looks like an umbrella actually, but a clown's face, which is rather nice too. So that's a goodie. The last item is the first one I picked up in this collection of toys of mine, which I think is from the Far East. It's bamboo, probably made somewhere in Asia, I think. It's extremely simple, but very intricate. It's got a string going down the centre of it. You've got a little ring you pull. My local toy shop had it, about 40 years ago. And when you pull this, it does an action like that, and it does slowly race forward. It's having a race, but a little jerky movement. Something a bit similar to those little climbers, which you have in your hand, you do an action like that, and a little figure climbs up. It's another European toy I've come across, but this one I think works really very well indeed, and it's unique. I've seen it just once in the toy shop when I first moved to this town I'm in now, so I was very pleased to have got it because I've never seen it again. So it's a rarity. Oh, now the elastic band's broken. Never mind, he's done his job. So automatons, which are very simple, folk toys almost. Certainly these ones are folk toys. Something worth collecting. It takes away all the plastic, all the mass production and so on. They're individually made by craftsmen, and they're a delight to collect.